It all started with a single second too slow to ignore. In a live stream that seemed ordinary, which should have been just one of many moments of interaction between idols and fans, a whisper, barely audible, suddenly shook the global community. The BTS, Kim Taehyung, was unintentionally recorded whispering to Jungkook during a recent live stream. The question then echoed like a resonance in an empty room. Is this proof of a hidden Taekook duet that has long been mere speculation and hope? One clip, one whisper, one frozen world. The live stream at first contained nothing extraordinary. Jungkook, as usual, sat casually, greeting ARMY with a warm smile that melted the boundary between screen and reality. But amid the humble chatter, another voice appeared. Not loud, not clear, but enough to shake everything. Fans with ears as sharp as intuition immediately sensed the oddity, a male whisper that did not come from Jungkook. Only one name immediately came to everyone's mind. taehyung.it didn't take long before the clip was dissected by fans like digital archaeologists. Piece by piece was analyzed. Contrast enhanced. Volume increased. The result? A vague yet meaningful sentence. Are you ready? Don't tell anyone. That line was followed by a small smile from Jungkook that appeared for no reason, but for those who looked with their hearts, it was a smile of acknowledgement. From that moment on, rumors of a hidden Taekook duet resurfaced, this time with a heat that silence could no longer extinguish. For years, interactions between V and Jungkook have always been a subject of fan speculation. Their closeness wasn't just about visual companionship or on-stage chemistry, but about how they looked at each other when no one was watching. About silences that sounded louder than words. About a presence that always slipped between live stream pauses and content clips that passed too quickly. Yet until now, there has been no concrete proof that the two are working on something musical together, at least not officially. But now, that whisper changes everything. What makes this moment even more astonishing is the context surrounding it. A few days before the live stream, several hybe producers and technicians behind the scenes were known to have posted studio photos with vague captions like "Long Night," two different voices, one harmony. Fans linked it to the possibility that two unique vocals, V with his soft baritone and Jungkook with his golden vocal tone, were blending into a yet-to-be-announced music project. Add to that the fact that in recent weeks, Jungkook was seen wearing the same sweater from one of the legendary Taekook photoshoots in 2019, a detail too specific to be a coincidence. In an industry where every appearance is carefully curated, a red thread like this could be the beginning of a bigger answer. So why the secrecy? Why must it come through a whisper? Here's where deeper theories arise. K-pop industry observers and senior ARMY speculate that this collaboration project is deliberately kept secret because it's not just a regular duet. It could be a personal work, a kind of musical letter between the two, not only to fans but also to each other. This project may not be just a song, but a testament to the journey of two boys who grew up together under the world spotlight, forming their own language in silence, and finally deciding to share their story in the most intimate way, through music. He didn't whisper to the world, an ARMY wrote on Platform X. He whispered to one person, and the world happened to hear it. The evidence grew stronger when the largest fanbase account for Jungkook and V posted Morse code that, when translated, read Taekook wave _07.29. That date was soon assumed to be a potential release date, perhaps for a song, maybe a teaser. Some even speculated it would appear as an exclusive drop on unusual platforms like SoundCloud or via a surprise release in classic BTS style. But more than a date or a release, this frenzy reveals one thing. The relationship between Jungkook and V is not just about rumors or fan service. It's about emotional resonance that goes beyond promotional logic. About the depth that has long been kept in silence, only emerging in sighs and soft voices, and in that context, V's whisper becomes more than a word. It is a key that unlocks something long awaited, not only by fans but perhaps by them both. Some people will say, it was just a whisper. But those who understand Taekook's depth know, in a world where everything can be faked, the truest honesty is sometimes only heard at the softest volume. Now the world waits. Not with shouting, not with wild hope, but with meaningful silence. Because if this hidden duet is truly coming, it's not just a song, it is the answer to hundreds of questions that were never dared to be asked. It is the space between two notes, two voices, two hearts finally speaking in their own language. Is that whisper the beginning of everything, or is it actually the continuation of something that began long ago, only now the world is finally ready to hear it? One thing is clear, Taekook didn't just say something. They are awakening something. And this time, the world can no longer pretend not to hear it. But behind all the commotion, let us pause and ask, did what we see truly happen? Or is it just a reflection of collective hope kept for too long? So we begin to shape reality from fragments that may not actually hold meaning. We live in an era where a single small gesture can become a global headline. A whisper can turn into a cross-continental conspiracy theory. A 5-second clip, without context, can breed millions of expectations. In a world like this, how can we distinguish between authentic moments and constructed narratives? Important questions for us to reflect on together. Was it really BTS whispering to Jungkook in the context of a secret collaboration? Or just a technical coincidence blown into a big issue? Was this a moment of genuine intimacy between two friends, or a covert communication scenario intentionally left open to interpretation to create viral hysteria? It must be realized that most of us encountered this information through video clips circulating on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Threads, Twitter/X, and Reddit fanbases. Some large fan accounts even reinterpreted Jungkook's livestream by adding their own version of subtitles. Many of these interpretations are speculative and subjective. Let us reflect on the following facts. The clip that triggered this speculation was not released by an official channel.no confirmation from the agency.no statement from V or Jungkook.no audio evidence clearly clarifies the whisper's content objectively. Even V's location at that time cannot be fully confirmed.so. The question is, why do we so badly want to believe? Is it because we've waited too long for a moment like this? Or because their silence lately has made us thirsty for signs? Even a breath can be taken as a signal. We must be honest with ourselves. Is this a reality happening before our eyes, or just a narrative we construct because we can't stand uncertainty? Has the fanbase world shifted from a form of support to a field of speculation shaping truths based on algorithms, not evidence? Some of us might say, but it looked real. But isn't that the power of the digital age? Anything that looks real can easily be engineered. An expression can be edited. A sound can be manipulated. Even the so-called original whisper might come from an entirely different source.so. Let's ask, what is the purpose of this moment going viral? Is this truly an emotional occurrence? Or part of a hidden promotional tactic? Remember that in the entertainment world, the absence of official statements can be a strategy itself. A small leak allowed to grow without limits is a marketing technique proven effective many times. Building curiosity, opening space for interpretation, and strengthening fans' emotional connection. And this is the moment where we, the viewers, fans, and interpreters, need to take a step back. What are the consequences of believing too quickly? Are we strengthening myths that should be deconstructed, or are we ignoring the privacy of two individuals who might just want to live as regular humans, not a public project without boundaries? Some people enthusiastically say, they finally gave a code. But the question is, was that code really from them, or from us who so badly wanted to see it? Why does this matter? Because the fanbase, especially a community as large as ARMY, has tremendous power in shaping public opinion. What we believe, we spread. What we spread can change global perception. Therefore, it's vital for all of us to always balance enthusiasm with skepticism. What are we really chasing? A musical collaboration? Relationship validation? Emotional truth? Or simply the feeling that amidst a world full of uncertainty, something feels more than just a screen? And if in the end all of this turns out to be untrue, just coincidence, just a technical whisper, just fan theories that went too far, can we accept it without excessive disappointment? Or if it turns out to be true, if they are indeed preparing something, a song, a silent confession, a personal project, are we ready to welcome it not as a claim on a relationship, but as a form of art they want to share in their own way? Ultimately, this story is not just about Taekook. It is a mirror of how we respond to information, how we build narratives, and how we choose to believe. We acknowledge that this information comes from various social media sources and online communities with varying levels of credibility. Not all accounts are verified, not all video clips are from original sources. Therefore, it's crucial to emphasize that as of now, there is no official confirmation from BTS or their agency. We invite you to reflect. We invite you to question, am I seeing facts or merely reflections of my own desires? Am I listening to news or immersed in a narrative shaped by algorithms and fan bases? Am I ready to accept an answer, even if it may not be the one I hoped for? Please share your thoughts in the comments. What is your view on the whisper moment? Do you believe this is a sign of a hidden Taekook duet, or do you see it as part of a viral social media construct we must be cautious of? We respect every opinion, but we also believe that behind every opinion, there must be awareness. Awareness that we live in an age of information that demands sharp thinking and sincere questioning. Thank you for watching.